Hey guys, what is up? It's Dusty here, and welcome back to another crypto video. And this news just came out. Judge denies XRP holders motion to intervene in SEC v Ripple case. And I think this is quite some sad news for a lot of XRP holders, but it wasn't totally unexpected. So today we'll talk about that and more. But if you are enjoying the daily crypto videos, make sure you press the like button, make sure you are subscribed, and make sure you comment something down below, because that way you can also win yourself 100 XRP if we hit 1,500 likes within 24 hours. Once more, it's 3 simple steps, takes nothing else, nothing outside of YouTube, so that is it. Having said that, well, what just happened? XRP holders have lost their bid to intervene in Ripple's legal battle with the SEC as a third-party defendant. I've actually called this out a couple of times before that I don't think it would really work, yet it's still a very important part of the lawsuit, and it's still a very trivial thing, basically. What we kind of put up was the question, does Ripple or should Ripple act for us as XRP holders, or should we ourselves represent ourselves as XRP holders whom the SEC is basically hurting with their entire lawsuit? And now, I guess what it comes down to is Ripple will have to fix this all, and we'll see later. That's at least the way that it's kind of being put up right now. But in my opinion, this is not the end of things. It's just the start of everything. I don't know how else I can kind of frame it, but let's quickly read here. Federal Judge Analisa Torres has denied XRP investors' motion to intervene in a lawsuit filed by the US SEC against Ripple in December. The decision has nipped in the bud the effort to put the SEC on the defensive. It is worth noting that the motion was denied without prejudice to renewal, meaning that it can be refiled at a later date if investors want to try again. And that's basically what I referred to when I said that this was kind of predicted, yet not the end. It's basically the start of something bigger. As what I kind of feel like, I guess, is that there'll just be more and more and more piling onto this and more bigger news in the media. And even though you might say, Dusty, this was the last chance for this, or this was why they can never try it again, yada, yada, I don't really care, all right? The bigger point is they have tried something now, and they felt that blood. they've smelt it. They'll just keep going on and keep getting bigger. At least that's what I'm expecting, even if they're not allowed to. They'll figure out some new petition type of way, new other, court type of way to get this done, or at least give it more attention, at least the attention that it deserves. Regardless of how many times it's being thrown down, eventually they will come back up, which is what I love about the XP community, man. So, little side note, however, the deadline for adding new parties to the case is March 16th. Ripple will likely continue its legal battle against the regulator without a helping hand from the XRP army, yet, once more, that's just a part of it all, right? Once more, I'm just saying that's just a part of it all. People will come up with new ways, people will come up with new systems, new things to help out, or at least to put up their own interests, because, as I've said before, one of the very difficult and strange things to understand is how Ripple is acting out of our best interest, because they aren't. They're acting out of the best interest of Ripple, not XRP. And that's what I'm a little bit confused about, why they could not come in. Yet it wasn't unexpected, as a lot of the guys over on Twitter and whatnot had already said. This again is the file which we have explained earlier. Motion to intervene pursuant to Federal Rules of Civil Procedure 24. Nothing really completely new though, nothing really completely crazy. But let's see, I had another article here. Which one did we just read? It was this one. Okay, so this one says here, Judge denies motion to intervene by XP holders in Ripple v. SEC case. In the lawsuit between the SEC and Ripple, Judge Torres denied John Deaton's motion to intervene by 6,000 XRP holders. Deaton has not yet commented on the further steps, and I would actually like to see that. So I'm not exactly sure how I get to Twitter. I'll take it in just a second, but we should quickly go take a look. I know how we can do it. We can go to Twitter this way. Quickly take a look at what exactly it is that John Deaton has now said, because, well, I haven't really heard from him anymore. I thought maybe I would see it here in my list, but not really. Not really. So, let's quickly see here. I see Barrel Bullet said something else. This lawsuit is BS. SEC showed the truth. This is from yesterday as well. This is from Kellogg, Hansen, Todd, Figel, Frederick. Han Sarah Netburn, March 15th, page 5. Ripple in the files of the subset of custodians that either were sent or produced by third parties, but nothing else. 2. Evidence concerning the SEC's own discussions and views about whether XRP, Bitcoin, and Ether are securities is relevant. The SEC is improperly withholding relevant, potentially exculpatory evidence in this case. The SEC is not a passive bystander or detached regulator pushing a run-of-the-mill case against someone who violated established law or regulation. True. The SEC cannot reasonably dispute the relevance of these categories of documents. You know, this all boils down to something we've explained a couple of times already, which I can come back to 10,000 whatever times. It doesn't really matter too much, as the bigger picture remains clear. This whole lawsuit doesn't make any sense on one basis alone, all right? And I'm going to call that one for the last time now. It's the basis that the SEC has told us that the XRP decrease in price is because of exchanges. And the exchanges basically delisted because they were afraid of the SEC. But that's also, again, because the SEC has kind of made it clear that if they do not follow through, there might be some consequences. We saw that directly with Coinbase when they said they'll talk with the SEC about whether or not they can keep listing XRP. And the whole lawsuit is basically now alleging whether or not XRP is a security. Yet when people were filing for damages against the SEC, basically, they said, oh no, it's not really clear. Yet the whole lawsuit is basically that Ripple should have known that it was clear all along that XRP was a security. Freaking battle about something. It's not to be fixed, and I don't need to look up John Deaton to talk about anything, guys. We already get the bigger picture here. It's just BS. It just doesn't make any sense. And I guess a nice thing out of this whole negativity is the fact that XRP did have a little bit of a pump going on, even though they were being sued. I guess I kind of like that. We saw a 55 or so cent push happening just yesterday or just last night. I guess that's one little bit of sunlight in the darkness, if you want to call it that. Then, little side note, if you were wondering where I am trading on mostly right now, it is Prime XBT. So if you're not from the US or just Canada and stuff like that, go check it out. A link will be down below. I am personally using this all the time. It's definitely worth it. It's definitely nice. And also go check out GSX. A link is down below. A little bit different. It's the first gold-backed coin and the first growth coin. You gotta like it. It's not for everybody, but I personally have more than a couple $1,000s into it. It's only getting bigger in my stash because there's just a couple more days to go. And I'm a little bit afraid that I don't have enough because I'm thinking right now it's 10 cents a pop, plus a 7% bonus, plus a 5% bonus fees in my link. I still think it can really get to $1, $1.50 if the promotion is done right, if everything falls into its place. But really, more often than not, it actually does happen because it's such a revolutionary idea. It just, in my opinion, depends on what other parties are going to pick it up once it gets out. But I'm going to involve myself more with them, guys. I'm going to look up a little bit more about them. I've seen so many videos, though. I've talked to the team, and a lot of my doubts have been taken away. And I also heard there's another video coming out tomorrow, so maybe that will even change my mind further. We will see, but I do like it. I just want you guys to know. Is it a safe bet? Is it 100% certain? Definitely not, all right? I can definitely lose all my money, and I know that because people lie on the internet, so hey. But I'm hoping it's going to be big, and I'm still kind of rooting for it in the back of my head. I'm just kind of sitting by like a freaking child. Then Cardano blockchain to host digital healthcare platform. Digital healthcare platform Ask the Doctor is switching their Ask token from Ethereum to Cardano due to high gas fees. The Ask token enables people to earn crypto while learning about healthcare. Ask the Doctor co-founder Prakash Chand is also a managing partner with FD7 Ventures, recently acquired $380 million in Cardano, is a, $4 billion fund or so, at least. So, yeah, I mean, they're not, or maybe they even just put $4.5 billion into crypto. It's not even just a $4 billion fund, but it's just that's what they put into crypto. So if he's the co-founder of that, and he's also a managing partner, I'm assuming he knows his stuff at least a little bit, and he's most likely got some money in the pocket as well. So I guess that's nice. However, they also, FD7, put up like 175, or maybe like even $200 million towards development on Cardano and Polkadot, maybe $250 million. So yeah, I mean, it's also for their own best interest, of course, yet it's really interesting in my opinion. Then, this we already covered. Bitrue, I want to talk about this a little bit more in depth later, but I want to quickly mention here, FLR went to about $1.40 right now on here. It's going pretty damn crazy, not gonna lie. All right, and Bitrue, I always have a link down below. I have a ton of referrals on here, and you can be one of them. Yeah, all you have to do is just press the link down below, sign up. No, that's not the thing. And I really do enjoy Bitrue trading on there. However, I use it only for a couple of things, which is mostly to buy coins that I can't buy on any other platform, like for example Flare, because I want to kind of speculate on that one, and a couple of other coins, which right now I don't know, but sometimes I just get them on here. And because you have the nice trading, sorry guys, I shouldn't say trading, the nice staking or the nice locking up / saving, but yeah, they don't have the best customer support, which is something I really don't like. With Prime XBT, haven't had that issue just quite yet, and the two ideals. This is what you use if you're gonna bet on the price going up or down. This is if you want to buy some coins to hold for a very long time. So they're different. They're inherently very different, but this is the one I love the most out of everything because it's maybe the most amount of money, as I said before. But this one is just, I don't know, pretty nice for a couple of things every here and there. It's just they have a lot of coins. They just list them easily, and they're very much XRP oriented. Then, only 3.55% of active Ethereum wallets are interacting with DeFi. It's just a shockingly low number in my opinion. I thought it would be way, 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 way more than that. Really interesting. Really, really quite interesting. Also, I thought the APR on Ethereum 2.0 was a lot less than it actually is. I'm still thinking 32 Ethereum, that's a chunk of motherfucking money. How much is that? That's a ridiculously high amount, but that's about $60,000. It's definitely doable though, to stake that up and just earn a freaking ton. Because think about it. Let's say you have $60,000 locked up. If the APR is about, let's say 8% or so. Are you guys thinking what I'm thinking here? $60,000 times 0.08. That's freaking almost $5,000. But the way that Ethereum is going, that's an interesting, I don't know, $25,000 just like that. Because Ethereum is going to go to at least $10,000 in our lifetime still. No worry about that, in my opinion. That's pretty damn crazy. That's a year's salary for doing nothing. That's sometimes really worrisome, right? Because right now that's about $5,000, but with the way that Ethereum is going, times 5 is an easy little thing. That's about $25K for doing nothing. I sometimes confuse myself so far. Like, how can staking be this profitable? And that type of stuff, I'm still not a pro at, but I'll talk a little bit more about that as well as time goes on here, because I want to explain to more people how to get passive income in crypto. Do not make it all active, but just make money by having money. It's the best. But all right. Another one here, Bitcoin drops to 55,000. Mike Novogratz on why he isn't worried. If you really are still wondering why this guy isn't worried, you're doing something wrong. It says here on CNBC, Bitcoin will literally be like a report card for how citizens think the government is doing managing their finances, says Novogratz. We are in uncharted territories on how much money we are printing, and Bitcoin is a report card of that. He has some point, all right? He has definitely got some point, yet it's not completely true. Because think about it. Crypto should actually flourish in a very bearish economy in the US because, well, people want to have that as the hedge against the dollar, basically, but also against stocks and against the traditional system. In a bearish system, so where the US is just not doing too well, Bitcoin is good because, well, that's what it was kind of meant for. On the contrary, Bitcoin / crypto should do good when the US is doing good, because when people put money into stocks, they also tend to put it into crypto because they want to diversify their holdings and purchase these speculative assets. Kind of interesting. Then AVA price adding up 50% move as AMM market gets released. I talked about this previously in my video, but still, some people didn't get my hint when I said I'm buying AVA like a madman. So I just thought I should quickly let you guys know once more. The only problem is it's pretty expensive per coin, which is why it's not that easy to just pick up 1 or 2 every single time. It's like you pick up 0.001 or so every single time. But still, I'm just stacking, trying to still get to a nice little number here. And maybe eventually I'll get there, you know. I had so much AVA before, and I sold it all at $65. My bad. But I'm recouping the losses by just buying in increments. I buy a little bit every single other day. And hopefully I can recoup all my losses eventually. We'll see, though. I just keep stacking it up. Guys, that was it for today. Hopefully you all enjoyed it. If you did, make sure you press the like button and subscribe. And I'll see you guys again in another crypto video.